Had so much fun getting this thing going. Don't even give a shit if it's working or feeling. That was my time to take my pills medicine. Liar. I already took them. Trying to let that little noise bother me. That is totally bothering me. Let me know in the comments below what you think that noise is.
Basic structure very instantly, then that allows us to elevate our humanity to the higher order stuff. We are all frustrated when we sit there doing low order work, stuff that we think undermines our capability. So if AI can take over that in a way that allows us to, someone mentioned the force multiplier. I think it was Audrey, maybe, or someone else earlier mentioned the force multiplier. That is a great idea if it is not just a strength thing, but it is something that allows us to hone in on the things that make us human and different, which is our creativity and our different perspectives and our ability to discuss them and weird solutions that create new things. Like, I go back to creativity, it is my industry, but you know, I don't think the machine can take creativity ever in its purest form. I don't think it can beat us at that.
I don't either. That's why I was referencing the Virgin phenomenon. There's nothing emerging from latent space that's creative and impressive, whether it's the art of space or any other arenas. We are simply mapping out this space. So I agree with you.
There are things like better models for casts, for broken arms and stuff, that are lightweight and they can, and you go, oh yeah, because no one would have thought to design it that way. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's creative. It's not a new way of doing it. It's just a slightly better way of designing it that, you know, dumbasses missed. So that would be, yeah, there was no money in it, probably. So
That's also the force multiplier.
sorry.
Creative is the right word. I mean, ultimately, when we get into AGI, Elon has talked about this. I really feel like we're gonna get tired of hearing this, but that's pretty much the major qualifier. But again, it depends on how we're describing AGI.
But you also can't measure creative, really. That creative is like going, is Van Gogh better than, you know, Renoir? You can't.
The different thing.
Better, quote unquote. Exactly. So, if the defining characteristic is something that is not quantifiably hierarchical, then how do we succeed or fail? Or is it just everyone succeeds by being creative? And
so over
Would you say
over
this
a
an
period of,
introduction of I?
who's talking?
Maybe.
That was me. That was me. That was me.
Was that Braun?
It was made.
No, that was me. Made. Okay, that was me. You're not going, but that was me. Made.
Let's see. Here, I'm gonna do this. Thank you.
I didn't hear what he said, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. This goes back to that conversation we had earlier.
Yeah.
Question.
Over a period of time, you know, we're just responding to stimuli. I mean, we can all agree with that. So let's say that programmatically, you know, we have to step on 7 stones to get to the other side of the river. But one set of stones, you know, is disparate from the other. So we may not be programmed to be able to jump or hop or skip. But if an LLM or any utility is going to fulfill its function or its input, its objective, however we're describing it, it has to overcome the thing to fulfill the input. So it will jump or hop. That's creative. So over a period of millions, billions of years, that can become something that maybe is like us.
no, the day that it looks at it and goes, oh fuck, I can't be bothered, sits down and then goes home, that's the day it's become like us. That's the day we're all gonna die. No, joking. That's a good point. That's a good point.
A bit of a negative man's take.
Is that sounds like a known theory? I'd like
It's
to
my
read
theory.
more about it.
It's my
Oh, okay.
but
I see.
Yep.
No, that's really fucking interesting. It reminds me of the frog hopping across the river and always going half the distance. Does it ever get there?
Definitely need to come up with a better strategy.
Probably a European fable. I'm not familiar.
He never gets there. That's the infinity problem, jumping halfway to the wall.
Later.
It's called the thought experiment actually was
I'm gonna go ahead and
based
just
on
turn right.
on an exercise. You will never reach your destination by jumping always halfway to your location. It was a parable used by a professor to explain to his class the difference between infinite smallness and infinite bigness. Yeah, because no matter how microscopically close you get, you will never reach the wall.
Well, appreciate you. So that's a characteristic of a fable, but I think the small point that I was inferring was that over time, you know, something can arrive at a novel characteristic that a system isn't programmed with to accomplish its goal. Like fundamentally, that's that's the arrival point, or that's the journey that may turn into AGI. IMO.
Don't you think that assumes that AGI
Depend.
has
Yeah.
AQ?
Sorry.
So-
Go
So
ahead.